All right, folks. This friends, this video is going to be about doing brakes, electric trailer brakes. This is how I do them. This is a video explaining how I did them on this trailer. You don't have to do them the way I did them. You don't have to do them at all. You can take it to a shop and get them to do it. That's fine. I make no recommendations on how to do anything. I'm just telling you how I do it, and if you like to follow along and see how to do it, this is the job that's at hand. So what we're attempting to do is to end up with this. Okay? That's the mission. So I filmed the intro backwards. I might have filmed it at the end, but this is our end goal. So there you go. Showed you kind of what tools we're using, what we were doing, and how we went about doing it. So that's it in a nutshell. You get to see both sides, you get to see how it's done, and that's the end goal anyway. So there you go. Thanks again for watching my videos, and enjoy this video, and we'll see you soon.
Cruel thing to do to a wrench.
Yeah.
Oh well, mastercraft.
No torches.
You don't
do what
this
you gotta do.
Fucking snap-ons, that's for sure.
So friends, we're doing a video here today on the brake job on the trailer refurbishment. I don't know what we're calling this series of videos. It's the old trailer, the old box trailer. So we're trying to get the studs for the backing plate undone. They're rusted up pretty good. So Jake's working on that now. Now the top ones you do the same way, you just do it at a different angle. So we got a little bit of penetrating oil under there. As you can see, here's the condition of the brakes. There's the friction material. That was burned up. Somebody didn't know how to set it up. And it's put right off the backing plate. They're completely done. We're looking at this as original brakes, so they'd be 15 years old. It's, you know, you look at it and you think, you're gonna have, what I did was go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like get it backed out what you can, get some spray lube in there, and then go back and tighten back up again and go back and forth a few times, and then you got to muscle it off at the very end. It just, and then it heats up and you'll hear it, and we'll get a video shot of that, and then it'll just come right off. Yeah, look at how tight that is. That's just rust. So the tires are shot. They don't even match side by side. They're two different sets of tires. So those will be replaced with the new tires. Again, to quickly recap the brakes. Here's a new brake system, so you can see how thick the material is, the friction material. And yeah, they're marked right hand, left hand. I explained that in the other video. I'll link the other video so you guys can see the explanation. But quick rundown. New drum. There's an assembly. I couldn't even get the drum off. The slack adjuster. So how I did that was, if you pull the studs and pull the big nut in the front, the whole thing comes off as a box. Like, you can't even get this apart. That's going straight in the scrap bin the way it is. There's no way to do anything with it. So that's how you get that off. Just do those 4 nuts, take the big nut off the front, and she'll pop off. There's no need to disassemble it that far. I mean, there is, but if you can't get it apart, you can't get it apart. There's nothing you can do. This slack adjuster down here, I'll show you real quick. If you can't move this, and those are adjusted outward, you'll never get it apart, so you got to pull the whole assembly off. And there is a brand new drum, brand new brakes, new magnet. We explained how that works. Magnet grabs onto the back of the drum, and that actuates the brakes like so. Okay, pretty simple. And then we'll get into that. Jake's just trying to get that off. So that's the trouble you got to do. So we're doing it. We don't have any torch gas, so we're doing it the old-fashioned beat on it with a hammer. And there's nothing you can do. That's the way it's got to go.
Takes a long time to get them off.
Yeah. So I'll show you the setup when we go and put it back together again. So there it is, there's the start of the video, and we'll continue on. See you in a bit. I'll run into a first problem. Got to take apart the whole brake assembly because the stud broke loose from the backing plate because it's rusted solid. So what we're going to do is disassemble everything, and we'll cut the head off of it with a garage zip cut wheel and see if we can't get it that way. Do you see it's got a square? You got to rotate it.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I have the tool somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Makes that like a 2-second job.
Yeah.
Try not to grab onto the spring.
Just the top.
A little tighter than that.
Oh. Break it?
No.
There we go.
Alright, do the second one. Just pull that right off. That should give us enough access to cut the heads off of those. I'll get a better disc. I got a super flexi special in there. Thing's wonking all over the place. Crazy. And a 5-inch Makita. The Wonder Tool. Zip cut especial. And that's what we're doing. I think this one here was a Hilti. It says it's a millimeter thick. I mean, this thing's just crazy thin.
This might actually be the hot ticket, is to pull the brakes apart and just zip cut the heads off in the front.
So we'll get a proper wheel. Yep, that's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna do that on the next one too.
We'll get a little bit of a video and just rip that off because this takes way too long. Anyway, talk to you in a bit.
Tough little area to get in at.
So what we're doing is we're gonna zip cut across the head.
Like this?
No, cut into it 90 degrees.
Like this?
90 degrees. Yep, chop that top one off. Just cut it right in two like a screwdriver slot.
Okay.
That's good. I hit all of them like that.
Next one?
Yeah, do what you gotta do. And I'll get a hammer and a chisel.
Okay.
So this is what we're up against now. We can't get any of this off, so we're not monkeying around. We've got no time. We'll just blast through this with a zip cut, and that'll take care of it. Resourceful. Mill Writing 101. See you in a bit. Thanks. Stand back too, because if you haven't got your safety glasses on, you're going to get something in your eye.
Next one?
Yeah, it doesn't get any more self-explanatory than that. Beat it with a hammer and a chisel. Or a chisel out. Pneumatic chisel. This is a 114 GQC air hammer, Edge series. I don't know if this is still current or not. I've had this a few years. But here we go. The downfall of this is everything's vibrating. I don't know if it's going to work or not because the whole thing's if it's all vibrating, it eats up the energy. Well, the tip's holding out, but it's the I can't seem to. go. Okay, where's side cutters?
Underneath you.
So, that, my friends, is called getting tough. Because it was tough. So when you got to get tough,
Do what you gotta do.
you do what you got to do. So there's the backing plate off.
Scrap, of course. Now we just gotta get the studs out.
Yeah, we'll knock the studs out and then
We'll come back.
we'll come back and show you the prep that we're doing.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
So we got it off, knocked it all out. Took a little bit of going. Not gonna lie, we're at it for a few minutes. Right now I'm just putting, I like to put a little bit of anti-seize on the back. Look at these. These are destined straight for the scrap bin. Oh, look at that. Junk. That's out of Grandpa's set of tools. Electricians and their wonderful garbage tools. So yeah, this will prevent the rusting. And then I'm doing the studs here. That's it. And then we do the connection out of go under here. That's what that little plastic tab's for. So we make sure we don't pinch the wiring. Magnets at the bottom. There it is. I'll come back to you and we'll do the brake setup.
The rotation is correct. This is the correct one.
Yeah, right hand side, magnet at the bottom. The arm's leading forward. It's marked right hand. So that does that when the magnet grabs onto the rotating drum.
Well, we're getting there. Hard job to do. Hasn't been apart in a very long time. And nobody believes in anti-seize.
Nope. Okay, you have to get this one.
Get in and tighten them.
Yeah, I can move all the stuff. So that's what it looks like. Let me see the camera. Get a focus on this.
Yeah.
That's what that bad boy looks like coming out. Focus. So, a little bit of baiting, a little bit of cutting, a little bit of grinding, and we're good. So, Jake's going to tighten this up, get this all done, and then we'll show you putting the drum on. So I pop the drum on. And we'll show you the procedure for setting a brand new drum. So put the washer on. Get your nut. You can put that down for a second.
Oh.
The retainer.
Yeah.
Because there's a process that has to happen here.
And a wasp that's bugging us.
Because this is brand new and these haven't been seated, take that and get it tight. Never mind him.
Yeah, just on
Open that right up. Go in at 90 degrees. Parallel to it, I mean. Get her tight. Tight as you can.
Okay.
10 turns.
10 turns?
10 turns of the drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Check to see if you can get any tightness out of it.
Nope.
Keep going. 9. Give it about 12. 10. 11. 12. Okay, now back that off to 0 lash. Okay, lock it home. Is the finger tight?
Yep.
There you go. Lock it home. That's it.
Then
We'll
you take
zoom
this
in on that
tab
there.
where the flat is. That's it.
Okay, that's done.
It's on. It's locked. And then,
Now the dust. I'm going to show you how to do that because that's a pain.
okay.
So take the video
Yep.
because these
tight fit from
they don't
factory.
fit good. So I came up with a deal. I got a chunk of flat aluminum here. It doesn't have to be aluminum. See, that will not go on. So that's it. It's not destroyed. Done. I mean, that has a little bit of deformation in it, but if you try that with a plain hammer, you'll beat the unholy snot out of it.
They don't fit nice.
No, they don't. So there you go. That's good enough. That one's done. So there's the whole assembly. A recap, we broke out, we got the old backing plate off. That's basically a component of any means possible. Torches, whatever you got. Don't mess up the mounting plate on the axle, that square plate. Don't damage that. These need to be on square. We'll adjust this up a bit later.
Put the wheel on for now.
Yeah, maybe I'll adjust it now. Get in there with a screwdriver while we're here.
Okay.
All right, so there you go. When I adjust these, it's screwdriver in the slot. There's no point in viding it because I can't show you nothing. All I'm doing is sticking a screwdriver in the flat in a spot, finding the star wheel, and then pulling down on it to make the adjuster open up. To just start giving a slight drag on the shoe, and that's it. Like I said, I could video it, but all you're going to see is my hand go up and down because I can't put the camera inside there. I can't show you what I'm doing. There's all kinds of videos on the net explaining that part. It's not real hard to do. A lot of you guys already know how to adjust the star wheel. These are not self-adjusting brakes, by the way, so they will have to be adjusted periodically. You'll know when they need to be done. So that's it. That's it for brakes. Come over here. We'll show you the hub again. The plain hub is the exact same process. It just doesn't have brakes. If your bearings and stuff were still good, you can throw an old drum on instead of buying one of these.
But the studs were a mess on ours.
But everything was a mess. The bearings were done, so it's like, you know what, 25 bucks, it's there.
And we got fresh studs.
Everything's fresh, nuts. We didn't even have lug
I've seen
nuts.
trailer studs snap off and stuff, and just not cool. So
yeah, so we just buy it all new. It's not worth the fight. So there you go. The inside caboodle on electric brakes. The wiring is all parallel. There's no polarity. So it's one wire goes to ground. One wire goes from the brake controller, which is your positive. And they parallel to the next one. So this is parallel. Okay, this is series.
Yeah.
They're in parallel.
yeah,
Negative, negative, power, power. And you can do up to 3 axles with most controllers. We're doing 1 axle. So that's it. That's all there is to electric brakes. Just about anybody can handle it. Your splicing methods, I recommend butt splices. If you can't solder shrink wrap, then use crimp-on connectors. I recommend something that has a built-in shrink sleeve. If you look, you can find them. I'm not a big fan of that solder. You have to have pristine copper wire. You ain't getting it on here. So it's crimp connectors with the built-in
shrink sleeve.
swing sleeve. That's probably the best to go. And a good crimping tool. Don't skimp out and buy junk, because junk's going to give you junk. Them 3M connectors, junk. Open butt splice connectors will get you by, but you will be doing it over again. So corrosion's going to be an issue. Okay, so that's it. That's it for now.
Okay.
We got to go pick up steel, and we'll see you guys soon. Well, there we go. Ran into a little problem. As you can see on the shackle, this bolt hole is wallowed right out, almost to the point of being right through. So I had to stop, go get a kit, and yeah, we decided to change those out. Sorry, I just lost train of thought here. So that was a kit there. Got that in Princess Auto, and that's the shackle bolt kit for tandem axles. So, and that's the 2-inch centers. I thought it said tandem axle on there, but I guess it didn't. But that's those, you can see, and 5/8 bolts. So that would have been a big problem. It's worn really bad on the one side and not so bad on the other. So I'm going to do both of these, and then I bought another kit for the other side. So we'll do that as well, just to make sure, because that is the weak link, is that area right there. So I'm going to keep going. I still haven't got this one off yet. I got some of the bolts loose, and it's just soaking with some pen oil. WD-40 seems to be slightly better. Actually, it was coming off, the one I got off smoother. So kudos for WD-40. So we're going to keep going with this, and we'll get back to you soon. Well, it's one side done. I'll show you how we do the other side. This side. I'm gonna grab a plate. Now these holes are all I pre-lube them with anti-seize. So what I'm doing is just smearing it around there. Don't know that you have to do this, but I don't think it's really a bad idea per se. And this is the fun of doing things one-handed, so you can make a video. Get a little bit off focused. You're trying to look at 2 things at once. Now this isn't the bushings were okay in the springs. It was just the links that are wore out. I'll show you here. See if I can get this to focus. There you go. There you go. Now there you can see how wore out that is. It's moving material around. So what I did was I zip cut these off. There's no point. You can see the wear there. So you get the idea. There's no point in trying to get these off I mean, these are rotten right on. So you got two options. I use a zip cut because I don't have any torch gas. So it zip cut them off, which was easy to do. Or torches. So we zip cut them. So I'm doing this alone right now because Jake's off to work again. So, like I said, there's the old parts. You can see wallowed out holes. And that's where all the play was coming from. So we're good there. So we got a pile of junk. And this was 20 bucks to fix this. I'll do the other side. I'm going to go back around because the inner panel's bad. All the screws are popped out of it. These ones are still holding. So I'll leave this side alone, but the other side, the inner panel's a mess. As you can see here. So I'll get Jake to fix that. And then I'll concentrate on getting whatever needs to get done on this side. So that side, like I said, the brake was done. So just the shackles, and I got to put the idler on this side, and she should be done. So I just wanted to show you this is not a hard thing to do either. Very easy to do. Anyway, back at it. All right, got the last nut off. This one here, we had to split it with the pneumatic chisel, and it only actually took about a minute to do it. I touched the chisel point up. But these chisels are garbage. These are Princess Auto Wonders or something, like Harbor Freight. I can't get it to focus. There it is. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's in autofocus mode. There we go. See that? The old cheapy, but it did the job. I think that was when it was going up against the spring washer that you could see that, the lock washer. But at any rate, there it is, and there it is coming off. That's her. She is off. So now with these places here, this leads me to believe that this is brake set number 2 on here. So that's done. So the plane spindle will go on here, the plane hub, and that'll be it for this side. That's wrapped up. So there you go. That's how you do it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And you know, I was doing some of the analytics on here, and only about 90, what did it say? It was like 7% of my viewers are subscribers. So that means 90 some percent of people that are watching aren't subscribing. We need you guys to subscribe. It doesn't take much, and it helps me out immensely to grow the channel. So please subscribe. Thanks again. Hit the like button, and we'll see you soon.